Okay, everybody has been muted at this point. Dorrette, are you? I just made you a co-host. Are you ready? It is 5 o'clock. We thank you for joining us. And if this is your first time hearing this spiel, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the 5 o'clock on Saturday happy hour session of our virtual empowerment weekend. My name is Brandon Kinsey, and I will be your facilitator for this session. Let's go over some important housekeeping items first. If you are drinking, remember to put a coaster down because you don't want to stain that wood. You are muted now and will remain muted until the instructor asks me to unmute you or finishes their presentation. For some of you, your videos are on, and you may keep them on, but please remember we can see you, so turn off your video if you don't want us to. At the end of the session, I will be pasting an evaluation form in the chat window. We ask that you do fill that out so that we know how our presenters are doing and what you thought of the session today. And now for the part you haven't heard so far several times today. Dorrette Keene is a wife and mother of 3 lovely children. She is originally from the beautiful island of Jamaica. As a distinguished Toastmaster and a certified John C. Maxwell speaker, trainer, coach, Dorrette has been empowering individuals, employees, entrepreneurs, business owners, and nonprofit organizations, motivating, impacting, and inspiring them to step out of their comfort zones and go beyond, sometimes their own unrealized limits placed on themselves. Her presentations are always filled with mind-stirring, heartwarming, and strategic goal-setting principles, which her clients and audiences have been able to embrace and implement. Among topics Doreen's presented on are focus on the journey, not the destination. You are destined for greatness, and do it afraid. Dorrette is also a District 47 2019 Table Topics Champion, meaning she knows how to think on her feet. When not impacting lives through her speaking career, Dorrette works as a substitute teacher. This gives her the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of our next generation while being a part of the school board's team of educators. Dorrette is truly known for her passion and willingness to help others achieve their goals, maximize their potential, and ultimately fulfill their life's purpose. Please help me welcome our next speaker today, Dorrette Keene.
Thank you very much, Brandon. I am indeed excited to be here, and I'm looking through the different faces. I'm seeing a whole lot of people who are excited. I know you're excited because the fact that you've been holding on and holding down the fort throughout all these different sessions, not only tell me you're excited, but that you have a big dream, right? Absolutely. So we're going to dig right into it. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you. Go ahead and confirm with me that you can see my screen properly. Wonderful. Thank you, Brandon. So I want to give a big shout out to our tech team and our support staff and those that have put everything together. They absolutely have been doing a great job. So go ahead and give them a thumbs up. Without them, we would not be here today. Put your dream to the test. Let's take a look at our agenda. Brandon went over some housekeeping. I'm going to ask that you go ahead and put your questions, your chats. Go ahead and interact with me in the chat. Our objective today is to cover the 10 questions that you need to know to see your dream and to seize them. And my source is the John C. Maxwell's book, Put Your Dream to the Test. Let me ask you, what is your dream? And will you achieve it in your lifetime? See, it's one thing to have a dream, to aspire, to want to be able to accomplish something, but to achieve it in your lifetime is a question that you want to ask yourself every day. And what that does for you is that it allows you to do whatever it takes to get that dream to come to pass. Take a journey with me back to your childhood days. When someone asks, what would you like to be when you grow up? And with sparkles in your eyes and excitements in your voice, I'm hoping that was the case. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to travel the world. Your dreams were endless. And no one could have told you that they were not going to come to pass. Until you grew up and you start to doubt some of those dreams. But I want you to go back to childhood years again, where you're innocent, you're pure, you believe all things, you're forgiving, right? And you are willing to dream again. Now, one might say, why is it that some people's dreams have not come to pass? Could it be that they're still sleeping and they need to make the first move of actually waking up in order to start to activate their dreams? Let's move on down. So the definition of dream here, a dream is an inspiring picture of the future that energizes your mind, your will, and your emotion. Take a moment right now, and I'm hoping that you have a pen and paper. I often say that, hey, guess what? I would trust a short pencil at any time over a long memory, because I would rather to write down anything that resonates with me so I can go back and see it at a later time. So that paper and that pen that you have, don't be distracted. Go ahead and write down, what is it that have always energized you? Energize your mind. When you think about that thing, it just energizes you. Not only does it energize your mind, it energizes your will and your emotion. You get all in it when you think about that thing. Was it to open a restaurant? Perhaps a particular career path? What was it? Write that down. There are 5 common reasons for not identifying our dreams. What could those be? Disappointments. Have you been there where you have tried something and because of whatever reason it did not come to fruition? And so you were disappointed, and that hinders you from continuing to dream. Write down these different points, because this should be the last day that you see them. Settling. Oh, you know, I got that trophy when I competed in that competition, and I remember that. I am now settling. I'm not pursuing anything else. Every time you have a conversation, you're thinking about the last win. But you should always be aspiring to something else. Don't settle. Lack of confidence. Did someone told you that you're not going to become anything? Or you're not educated enough? Or perhaps you're not born in the right family? Or perhaps you're not associating with the right group? So as a result, you have lost confidence. And as a matter of fact, you're looking at other people's progress and you're comparing yourself with them. And as a result of that comparison, it causes you to lose confidence. Even if you're someone with great skills, talents, and ability, that comparison can really stagnate you. And it can cause you to lose confidence. Lack of imagination. What are some of the ways in which you can expand your imagination? A lot of people tend to limit their circle regarding the culture that they're in, the environment, the country that they live in. But you want to expand your imagination. And one of the ways in which you can do that is through books that you read, right? Making yourself on top of current events, travel. So many wonderful ways of expanding our imagination so we can know that there's absolutely nothing that is impossible. And the last 5, discouragement. Oh, when are you going to stop bringing all those different business opportunities to me you might have heard? Or you've been in school forever. When are you actually going to be doing something with that education? You are discouraged because perhaps you failed a particular course, you failed in a particular business. What was it that caused you to be discouraged? Was it that something happened in your life that you had to put your dreams aside for a moment? And now you're discouraged because you did not get it done within the time frame you wanted to. Whatever the reason is, you have to abolish discouragement. So look at these 5 for the last time, and I hope that you will never see them again. Here goes the 10 questions, or you may want to call them the 10 steps to conquer your dream. And why don't you go ahead and get a snapshot of this? Maybe take out your phone if you're not able to write them down fast enough. Take a picture of them. The 10 questions that you need to conquer in order to get to your dream, to see your dream, and to seize your dream. The ownership question, guys, taking ownership of your own dream. This is my dream. This is not a dream that I got from my parents. I'm sure a lot of you probably can identify with this, but mom wanted me to be a doctor, or she wanted me to be an attorney, or she wanted me to follow this particular path. That was mom's dream. Or my friends are pursuing this, or this seems to be the end thing right now. And so society probably trying to dictate your dream. But if your dream is going to come to pass, if you're going to fulfill that purpose and that passion that you have burning inside of you, you absolutely have to take ownership of your dream. So whether people believe in it or not, whether they understand it or not, the fact of the matter is, it is yours and you have to take ownership of it. Many people pursue dreams they have not generated themselves. They structure their lives to meet the expectation of others rather than building their careers around the passion that burns within. People who allow that tend to define their dreams, seldom achieve them. So don't allow people to define your dream, because if they do, you're seldom going to achieve those dreams. Let me ask you a few questions. If your parents or guardians could have dictated your career path, in what profession would they have placed you? And we tend to say our parents knows us the best. So let me ask you, if your parents should have dictated your career path, what do you think they would have wanted you to study? What did you dream of doing with your life when you were a child? Answer those questions. Now, if you attended college, what was your first major? Why did you select it? And if you did not attend college, what was your first job after high school? I'm sure I'm taking you down the path of memory lane right now, right? And why did you choose that work? Now, what is your dream job? And what has been the most fulfilling moment for you thus far in your career that you're in? Why was it fulfilling? These are several questions that I'm asking you because I want to stir up within you the emotion, the will, and the wherewithal to pursue what is truly burning inside. What strengths do you have? In what activities do you regularly excel? Look at those different areas because it's going to give you a little bit, they're going to give you insight as to what you're truly passionate about and what you should be pursuing. Then we have, let's move on down to the cost. We're looking at the ownership right now. And are you living your dream or the dream of someone else? Have you heard you should be such and such, or did your parents told you that? Taking ownership of your dream, meaning that you are leading your life. Someone else is not leading your life for you. You actually love what you do. You believe in your vision in good times and in bad. And you don't compare yourself to others. You bet on yourself. Now, what if you had no limitations? What if you literally had no limitations? When you take ownership of your dream, you commit to your dream. What's your level of commitment? How far will you go for this dream? What if you knew you couldn't fail? What if you knew if you pursue this dream, you wouldn't fail? So the first step in being able to answer is to take ownership of the dream and to prepare to start moving forward. See, the dream is free. The dream is free, but once you activate the dream, a price has to be paid. So there's nothing wrong with dreaming, nothing wrong with aspiring, nothing wrong with desiring, but once you activate that dream, there's a cost. Let's take a look at the cost of the dream. Not just dollars here, guys, not just cents. Are you willing to pay the price? Do you avoid the cost question? Do you avoid the cost question? Do you avoid the cost that you have to pay, right? Not everyone wants to deal with the price. The dream is free, the journey isn't. The price must be paid sooner than you think. You must be saying, Dorrette, I've been wanting to do this thing. And as soon as I start, there's so many different expenses, financially, time-wise, sacrifices that I have to make. The price will be higher than you expect, because guess what? If you want more, you have to become more. So as you're pursuing the dream, you're developing in yourself also. You're becoming more, and that requires more of you, more sacrifice, more learning, more dedication, more discipline. The price must be paid more than once. Until you achieve that dream, you will continue to pay the price. What are some of the costs? Time with your family. You know, I remember when I was competing for the table topic contest, every time that I would leave out, whether it be for the club contest, the area contest, the division contest, or the districts contest, I communicated those goals with my children. They saw me practicing. They saw me taking time out to prepare myself. And I would say to them, when mommy returns, I'm bringing back the trophy. And so I designated a certain area in the house, and every time that I would go out and come back, I put the trophy there. But I had my children to understand, with mom not being with you for this part of the day is a sacrifice. And as a result, I am going to hold myself accountable to give it my best. Because why would I take away time from my family, time from my loved one, and not give it my best? So there's a cost to pay, and you have to hold yourself accountable if you're going to allow your loved ones to pay the price also. Dealing with criticism. It's amazing how people who are not expert in the area that you're pursuing, all of a sudden they become expert when they see that you're pursuing your dream. They now have doctorate of counseling. They're now coaches, and they have no certificate, because they want to try to guide you, direct you in a path that they themselves have not gone. They may question and say, well, you are not educated in that area. Or if you have not achieved as much as they think you should based on the sacrifice you're making, they find some way, somehow to criticize your effort. You have to hold your head up above the criticism. It's always going to be there, and pursue your dream. The price for overcoming fears. I want to be the world champion of Toastmasters, but I can hardly do table topics. You got to start somewhere, right? Even if it's home in front of your mirror. You have to overcome fear, even the fear of failing. You have to just fail yourself forward. I oftentimes say, hey, guess what? Jump and then build your wings on your way down. Do it afraid. Overcome the fear. Your will should be big enough that cause you to go on the other side of your fear. The price is hard work. It's not just going to happen overnight. If you want it that bad, you have to be committed, not until just tomorrow or next week or next month, but until it comes to pass. What is your dream worth? What is it worth to you? That thing that you desire, that thing that you're passionate about, what is it worth to you? Only you can figure that out. How much are you willing to pay? What are you not willing to pay? Some prices may be too large. You shouldn't want to pay your health, right? That's too important. And what do I mean by that? If you're putting yourself in danger and you know you don't have to push yourself that much and you're jeopardizing your health, there are just certain prices that you have to consider how far you go. Because if you don't have your health, you won't be able to enjoy that dream. So you have to take care of your health. Make sure you are not only pursuing your dream, but you're taking care of yourself so you can live to enjoy the dream. So think about the different prices and sacrifices that you're making and ask yourself, which ones are too high? We're back to the 10 questions. We went over the ownership question and we went over the cost factor. And now we want to take a look at the different ones. For example, the reality question. What is the reality question? How real is it? Are you just fantasizing what you want to accomplish? Or are you just seeing it in your dreams and it's really not a reality for you? What is the reality? How passionate are you? Would you do this thing? Would you get up at night? Will you do it even without being paid for it? Would you spend hours preparing? How much sacrifice are you making? How passionate are you? And what is the pathway that you have laid out to get to your dream? It's one thing to desire the thing, but you have to be strategic. So what are your long-term goals? And what are your short-term goals? Dreams, by definition, do not have origin in reality. Rather, they are birthed in the imagination through hopes and desires. Yet there must be much actual evidence that achieving the dream is possible. The more unrealistic your dream, the more you will be tempted to rely on luck to make it come to reality. So you have to make sure that your dreams are measurable and that they're not unrealistic because you won't pursue them. You have to set them in short sequence, like long-term goals, short-term goal, weekly goals, monthly goals, in order to see them as realistic. So here are some questions for you. Do you consider yourself a lucky person? Why or why not? What do you think causes leaders to lose touch with reality? What positive habits in your life are helping you to move closer to your dreams? What are the positive habits? What are you doing daily? How disciplined are you? Are you doing something towards this dream on a daily basis, right? What new habits can you form to make the progress towards your dream more realistic? So don't settle for the skills that you already have. But what new habits, what new skills can you acquire in order to get you to your dream even faster? And does your dream lines up with your natural strengths? Like, for example, if you're someone that is not into sports, then you're not going to pursue any professional sport, right? So you got to find your area of passion and your area of strength and work in those areas, because you would be surprised that could be where you could have the most success. The next question, passion. Without passion, you may run out of steam before you reach your dream. So you have to have passion, the passion that keeps you up late, the passion that keeps you going when everyone thought you should have stopped. Passion gives you the energy to push past adversity. On my way to the District 47 competition last year, where I won the table topics contest, I got a speeding ticket. Yes, I did. I don't know if it was because I was so excited to go or perhaps because I left late. But I got that speeding ticket and immediately negative thoughts could have popped up in my mind, like, Dorrette, this is not worth it. Here it is, you have the speeding ticket. You should be discouraged right now and all the negativity should be going on in your mind. But what that incident didn't know is that I saw myself coming home with the trophy. And that ticket was not going to hinder all that time of preparation I have to get there. The ticket, I'll deal with another time. Your passion have to help you to pass through whatever adversity you have to go through, because you know, hey, guess what? You're just passing through. You're not there to stay. And believe me when I tell you, adversities will happen. So prepare yourself for them. And we mentioned about pathway. What are the different steps that you are taking? Many people live with a disconnection between where they are and where they want to go. They have a dream, but they're clueless about how to make the dream happen. What is the strategic bridge to gap the identifying the people, the skill, the resources, whatever is required to help you to get there? Because remember, no man is an island, no man stands alone. So who are those people who are going to encourage you, support you, believe in you, hold you accountable to get to those dreams? What is your pathway strategy to get there? When you're traveling somewhere for the first time, how do you look up directions? I know a lot of people, when you mention to them that we usually use a map, or the younger generation, they would probably look at you like, huh? You literally looked at a map when you were trying to get somewhere. Now you have GPS. But when it comes on to your goals, what is your roadmap? Have you written it down? Have you taken a picture of where you want to be? I remember my husband and I, we were living in Broward County, and our family was growing, and we knew we needed more space. And we've always had dream boards where we put pictures of what we're aspiring for, what we would love to accomplish, etc. So I encourage you to have a dream board. On the dream board, we had a picture of the house that we would like to get. After hiring the realtor and expressing and telling her exactly what we're looking for, she told us, she was like, there's no way you will be able to get that. But we did not give up. Each time she would send us pictures of different things, we would say, no, that's not it. And we're constantly reminding her of what we're looking for. Now, would you believe it when I tell you that the very picture that we had on the dream board, the only difference with the house that we bought was the color, the same structure, the setup. As a matter of fact, the colors in the room were already designed for our family. My son Elijah had blue room. Elizabeth, the room was already pink. And my son David, who we did not know what his sex would be because I chose not to find out, guess what color his room was? Light green. It's amazing how when you dream something, when you desire something, not that I even dreamed the colors, but it was just so unique how the house came similar to the one that we had on the dream board, but it even went further by having colors that were perfect for us. We never needed to change them. What am I saying? Whatever your dreams are, be specific, have clarity to them. Put them everywhere so you can see them at all times. Whatever you focus on will grow. And whatever you focus on, you will bring to you, right? So make sure you're making your dreams very clear. You're posting them in your car, on your refrigerator, wherever you need to keep them forefront in your mind. And communicate them to people, with people who you can trust and who can hold you accountable. Have a game plan. The next question, the people question. What does your circle look like? The people, the 5 closest people to you, do they actually know what you would like to accomplish? Have you communicated that to them? Or you're perhaps fearful they will question if it's even possible. Who are those people in your life that are going to help you to accomplish your dream? If you're in the business arena and you're a business owner, who's helping you? Does your employees know what your goals are? If you have a business partner, are you communicating those goals with them? Even in your very family, what are your dreams in your family? Are you communicating those to your spouse, to your children? So as you pursue them, they can hold you accountable. Who are the people in your life who are willing not only to encourage you to pursue your dreams, but are willing to help to make the sacrifice to see them come to pass? And you're not going to get their buy-in if you don't hold yourself accountable. So every step of the way, you make sure you're giving it your all. You're doing your part so that they can see results and continue to believe and encourage you to pursue your dreams. Who are those people? Think about it right now. And why don't you go ahead and write that in your notes? List at least 5 people that you can think about right now that would support you in your passion, that would encourage you in your pursuit, who will hold you accountable, who you can trust in to communicate your dream to them. Because remember now, life and death is in the power of your tongue. So even though you believe in your dream, it's so helpful to have someone who you can speak those dreams to, so they can hear what you're believing for and they can hold you accountable. So do you have at least 5 people in your life that actually believe in you and believe in your dreams? If you don't, you may need another circle. You may need another 5. And you might be saying, Dorrette, I don't need 5. I'm going to pursue this all by myself. And I'm here to say to you, no man is an island. No man stands alone. You need people. So find those individuals who will help you, encourage you, and push you to reach your dream, even if it's a coach or a mentor. The clarity question. A clear and compelling dream gives direction and meaning to life. When you have a clear and a compelling dream, it gives your life direction. That means that people cannot just simply call your phone and expect that you're going to be to their beck and call, because you're busy pursuing your dream, right? Not that you're selfish, but you have to make sure that your dream is compelling and that it has direction, because it's going to give meaning to your life, right? And you have to make sure that people understand that you have something that you're working on and you're not just available every day, all day. You have to, even if you have to make meetings for yourself, set aside 2 hours each day and do something towards that dream. Don't let the day pass without setting aside specifically 1 hour, 2 hour, half an hour, whatever you have. And you're just working specifically on how to progress. Because if you wait for a particular time, it will never come. You literally have to schedule it. Pen it in your calendar. Put it in your phone, right? 2 hours, 1 hour, half an hour. Start somewhere. But make sure you're doing something every day towards your goals. And don't allow anyone to get in the midst of that. How often do you remember what you dream about? Could it be that you don't have it all over your house on a dream board somewhere? Because you need to be remembering it at all times. Question here for you. Why do you think most people neglect fleshing out the details of their dreams? Why do people not want to share their dreams? Do you think they believe people won't believe in them? They're going to talk them down. Remember now, you have to be selective with the people who you're sharing your dreams with. There's a story in the Bible about Joseph, right? And he shared his dreams with his brothers. You would have thought his brothers, they're the closest to him. They should believe in Joseph. They should want Joseph to succeed. Sometimes it's the closest people to you who can want your dream not to come through. You have to know within you who you can trust, who has your back, and be very careful and selective as to who you're communicating your dreams with. But you still need somebody. So bring clarity to your dream. Tenacity, guys, the tenacity question. Most people stop themselves from reaching their potential. They lose faith in their abilities and begin to doubt whether they have what it takes to achieve the dream or not. They start doubting. Could it be that they're not getting there fast enough? People start criticizing them. The cost is becoming too much. They're questioning the reality. They're wondering if they're truly passionate. It seems as if the path is not clear enough. Well, Jack Canfield said, if you're waiting for everything to be clear, if you're waiting for someone to assure you, if you're waiting for the time to be perfect, it will never be perfect. So you have to continue to pursue your dreams even when it seems as if everything's going haywire. The tenacity question. Why do you think people abandon their dreams and settle for something else in their lives? That's a question for you to answer. Why would you abandon your dream and settle for something else? I understand that we all go through seasons, right? Whether it be a season of having children, season of career change. Right now we're going through the corona season, and many people perhaps have lost their jobs or their business having challenges. But remember, don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your dream. Continue to pursue your dream. You may not be able to do as much as you want, or you may not be getting as much result as you want, but guess what? In every challenging time, you will find opportunity. So no matter how challenging the time is, right? There is opportunity somewhere there. So you just got to look closer. Yes, it may seem as if it's delayed, but you have to tell yourself it is not denied. It is still possible. This is just a season that I'm going through. Yes, you're being realistic. Yes, you understand what's going on, but that should not hinder you from continuing to believe in your dreams. So perhaps take the time to take some classes. I commend everyone who's here on the district conference, getting empowered, plug into some classes, plug into getting a coach, right? Things that you perhaps would not have been able to do. Check out your accounting, get your books in order, things that you would not have been able to do because you were busy working the dream. Now that it tends to be slowed down, perhaps you can use that time to put other things in place and then run off again once things picks up. So the tenacity question and the fulfillment question. Why would you pursue a dream that you're not fulfilled in doing? Achieving the dream involves more than what you accomplish. It's also about who you become. So on the journey of accomplishing the dream, who are you becoming? Remember, if we want more, we have to become more. So I'm hoping in pursuing the dream, we are becoming more tenacious, more patient, right? We're becoming more knowledgeable in the field that we're working on. We're becoming more in general, better individuals in the process and the journey to accomplishing our dream. And are you truly fulfilled? When you're working on that thing, how passionate are you? Or do you allow certain circumstances to squash your passion? How passionate are you, and how fulfilled do you get in doing that particular thing or achieving, when you think of achieving that goal? Does it give you fulfillment? And one of the ways in which it gives you fulfillment is with this last category here, significance. Does the dream give you significance? Not in a boastful, prideful way, but are you making an impact? That's the bottom line, guys. Your dream should be so big that it's bigger than you. It's impacting others. It's bringing joy to others. It goes outside of your own territory, right? Your dream should be able to benefit someone else. Because the moment that it only benefits you is the moment that you will give up on it. But you should dream so big that so many people are depending on you for this thing to come through. And you should, whatever dream you have, there should be somewhere, somehow, that you're serving others and you're making an impact in their lives. So here it goes, 10 questions or steps to conquer your dreams: the ownership, the cost, the reality, the passion, the pathway, people, clarity, tenacity, fulfillment, and does it give you significance? Don't leave your dream to chance. It's one thing to have a dream, another to do the things to achieve it. Increase the odds of your dream becoming a reality with those 10 questions and get engaged in the process. Don't just dream it, work it, build it, and accomplish it. Is your dream worth it? And if it is, you're going to do whatever it takes. So I just want to conclude here by saying, dare to dream. The dream is free, but once it's activated, there will be a cost to pay. Prepare the dream. Have a strategic plan and how you're going to get there day by day. Wear the dream. When people see you, they should see the passion coming out of you. They should see everything resonating with you and that particular dream or goal that you have. Repair the dream. Dreams tend to leak. So the vision is the same, but the method to getting there might change. So be flexible if you have to repair the dream. And share the dream. Don't be afraid to find people who you can trust, who you know believe in you, and share that dream with them. Share it with your family, share it with your friends, share it with whoever you know is going to be there to encourage, to help, and to motivate you. Share that dream. Share it with yourself daily. Look it over. Make sure it's always forefront in your mind. Thank you so much, everyone. It has been a delight just to be able to come to you today and for us to just talk about our dreams, to go back in memory lane, even from childhood days, and to think of all the great aspirations that we have had and not allow years to cause us to stop dreaming or even circumstances. I want to encourage you to dream and to dream big and do whatever it takes until you accomplish it. Back over to you, Brandon. If you could just go ahead and check for me. We're going to open up now for any questions or comments, any kind of dialogue that we can do today pertaining to put your dream to the test.
Excellent. Thank you, Dorrette. We do have some time for some questions. If you'd like to raise your hands in the Zoom participant panel or drop them in the chat there. We will take some questions now.
Come on, guys, let's talk. Let's talk about those dreams. What are some of the dreams that you have? I know we're going through a challenging season, like I made mention, but remember what I spoke about speaking that dream out? But listen, you may not want the others to know what your dream is, but tell it to me. Tell it to me. I'm listening. I won't tell them.
I have a couple questions here.
Yes.
From Amber Kelly. How do you think someone's dream has been changed with coronavirus, especially if that someone got laid off?
Absolutely. I think one of the ways, the first way that your dream changed, I believe your dream can change, is in your mind. Outside circumstances obviously will delay and sometimes seemingly wants to deny your dream, but you have to remember that it's a season that you're in and that seasons change. So if you had a dream before the coronavirus and now your job has been affected as a result of the coronavirus, I'm going to tell you to hang on in there. You're going through a season. And I'm hoping that you will make it on the other side. So yes, your dream might be delayed for a moment, but it's not denied because this season is going to change. And in every challenge, there's always opportunity. So you don't have that job, but what else can you do to ensure that you have some finances at this time? This might be an opportunity to think. You know, and I absolutely agree. It's challenging right now. A lot of people have lost their jobs, but think opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. There must be some opportunity somewhere. That's what I would say in regards to that. I hope that helps.
Thank you, Dorrette. Jennifer Hunter doesn't want an angel on her shoulders. She wants a little Dorrette motivator on her shoulders.
Well, listen, I'm trying to lose some weight here, Jennifer, so hopefully I won't be too heavy, but I'll be there to encourage you for sure.
We have a question from Brenda Ellis. When you have two strong dreams, how do you know which one to sway towards?
When you have two strong dreams, how similar are they? Do they complement each other? Because if they do, you perhaps have one and you're thinking they're separate. But which one are you truly passionate about? Which one would you get up in the middle of the night and do even without being paid for it? Where does the passion lies, right? And can you identify that passion even from you were a youth? Because I remember growing up in Jamaica, I've always wanted to be a teacher or a flight attendant because I know how impactful it is to be able to teach and to educate. And so therefore, throughout my years, I migrated to the US. I never taught in a classroom. As a matter of fact, I studied psychology. But presently, I am a substitute teacher. And I teach through being a John Maxwell speaker, trainer, coach. So find out if those two dreams correlate with anything that you probably have been passionate about throughout the years, and then lean towards the one that you feel the most passion about. Try that.
We have a question from Deborah Pinnock. Two-parter here. How do you balance the reality of bills as well with pressing after your dream? And how would you suggest finding the opportunities associated with that dream?
Wonderful question, Deborah. How do you balance how do you balance that? You have financial responsibility and you have your dreams. How do you go forth in pursuing it? Well, you remember what I mentioned earlier, that no man is an island. Maybe you're looking in your own capability, your own wherewithal. And that's why it's good to have great circles that you can lean on in times like these. So go outside of yourself, I would say, Deborah, reach out to other people, even in that area of career that you were in, or reach out to other people and ask them, have you heard of any opportunity? You know, go in areas that you probably have never worked in, because remember now, this is only for a season. So be flexible. You may not be doing what you have always done, but you can do something. So even if you have to have a career change for a moment, even if you have to go out of your comfort zone in asking for help or someone to refer you, just do whatever it takes, because the reality is you need to have money to bring the dream to pass. So go out of your comfort zone, reach out to someone else and ask. And if you have to have a slight career change to bring that income in, do whatever you need to do.
And we have time for one last question tonight, and Blaze Goldsmith gets the honor of last question of the session. How do you select or discern who you share with your dream with to avoid limiting mindsets?
Oh, come on now. Come on. Somebody give that person a round of applause. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, guys. Not because you didn't ask that question doesn't mean you shouldn't be clapping. It's going to help us all, right? How do you avoid the limited mindset? Oh, I want to do this great thing, but I don't even think I can tell that person because they may be questioning the possibility for me. You should know people. You should know your circle. After having relationship with individuals for a while, you should have an idea of who you can share your dreams with. And you absolutely don't want to share it with anyone that's going to discourage you or tell you that it's not possible. Well, look at those relationships. Who has been consistent in your life? Who has been there for you in thick and thin? Who is there for you whether you're able to do something for them or not? Who are those people? If they've been sticking in with you without having to want something from you, maybe that will give you some kind of clarity as to who you can share those dreams with. But I'm sure you know people by now, and you know whether they are limited or whether they're going to question the possibility for you or not. Don't go in their direction. You already have enough price to pay. You don't want to have to pay the price of them trying to limit you. So just think about your relationships and people who have been there consistently and really mean you good. Share with those people.
That does conclude our time this evening. Everybody, let's give Dorrette another round of applause. Thank you, Dorrette.
Most welcome. Thank you, guys.
And let me switch over here so that I'm not on the red light anymore. I have just pasted the Google evaluation link in our chat window. Please complete it now or anytime over the next 24 hours so we know how our presenters are doing this weekend. We do want to thank you, Dorrette, District 47, and the 150 members on the call right now. Thank you for this presentation. I want to give everybody just a moment to grab that evaluation link real quick. Make sure you've got that. I'll post it again in a minute. If you look at your schedule says the next event is at 7 p.m. and it's the big keynote and our big event for the weekend. But we had to listen to the crowd. And as most of you have spent